today we will do a book review. So welcome back to Neelisk, and today we are going to do one book review. And the book is, as you have seen, this is Ghachar Gochar by Vivek Shanbag, and this is actually written in Kannada. Those who know me at all, they know that I have been having a particular kind of affection toward Kannada stars. I will not elaborate. Don't expect me to elaborate. Anyway, so this one is translated from Kannada by Srinath Perur, I'm not sure about it. So Vivek Shanbag, I think there's a photo of Vivek here. Yeah. Yes, Vivek sir, I would say. Yeah. So I will not show you my review. No. Yeah. Okay. Right, yeah, good one. So this is the writer. He writes in Kannada. He has published 5 short story collections, 3 novels, 2 plays, and edited 2 anthologies, one of which is in English. Okay, so without further ado, let me tell you the story. But before that, you need to know the blur, because that's the tradition. Oh, but before that, I think I'm missing something out. Oh, right, the cover is so good. I mean, when I saw the book, I was unboxing the book after getting the book mail, and I saw that there are some ants, and I was like, what is this? What how did these ants came here on the book? Then I saw that it's a part of the cover. So yeah, this is the cover. If you can see, it's beautiful. I mean, I know the meaning behind it, but I feel I have not understood it completely. Maybe it will take some time. Let's see. By the way, this book, let me tell you when I finished it. Yeah, I finished it last month. That is June. Yeah. And this book was also my birthday gift from my last birthday. I gifted myself this book because I wanted to read more Indian literature written by Indian people. I mean, of course, translation is absolutely one part of it. There are other stuffs like writers like Arundhati Roy, Salman Rushdie, then there is Amitabh Ghosh, then there is Rohinton Mistry wrote long back. Is he writing? I don't know. So these writers are there. They are writing in English, but I would also like to read them, as well as these writers as well who are writing in their regional languages, and it is translated later. So my mother tongue is Bengali, so I have I'm fortunate enough to read that vast collection of literature, or vast collection of books that is available in Bengali literature. Really thankful. But when it comes to other languages, for example Kannada or any other languages, I do not know the language, so it becomes really difficult. Even for there's a book in Hindi, I'm forgetting, Gunaka Devta, something like that probably. The book is there in Hindi and it's very famous. I really wanted to read the actual book, but I cannot read it because I cannot read Hindi that way. So that's a lacuna or shortcoming, or that's what should I say, misfortune that you have. But worry not, or not, no, what is the term? Isn't it worry not? Whatever. So don't worry. We have the translator. So here the translator is Srinath Perur, or Perur, not sure. But yeah, so he did a good job. I really liked the story. I loved it. I mean, it's like initially it started as a very common tale, but it was relatable as well. It was easy, relatable, good, easy flowing. Then suddenly one by one twist is coming there here, and at the end when it happened, I was like, what? One thing I would like to tell is that this year, whatever book I am reading, I do not know. These books are these books are ending up becoming a thriller. So for example, let me tell you about Midnight Children. So I read Midnight Children, and I told you, every time I was reading it, I mean, I was reading, like, let me show you. I was reading maybe page number 74. Then I was reading, and then I completed reading at page number 82, and I was like, huh? How did it happen? From where is it coming? Oh, I didn't see it coming. So that is my expression all the time when I was reading Midnight Children. Then I finished Midnight Children. You know the story. If you haven't watched the video or review of Midnight Children, you should absolutely go and watch it. It's a really long video, but like the book has a piece of my heart, so it has to be that long. Come on. uh-huh. This book is quite similar in that way, though this book is like 6 times shorter than Midnight Children. Anyway, so this book is actually pretty short. But still I thought that I will take at least what 1.5 month or 2 months to finish this one. This was 115 pages long. It's like, yeah, it's so you can finish it, but I thought maybe I will take a lot of time, but interestingly I didn't, which is good. But the main fact is I enjoyed it, so that was the main agenda, and the agenda was fulfilled. Good job. So uh, this was the experience. So when I completed the book, I was like, what is, how did this happen? No, this cannot happen. The author kept us like, it is, I don't know, can we call it a cliffhanger? I don't know, but I was hanging somewhere, not really sure if it was a cliff or something else. Maybe it was a building. Okay. If you have read the book, you would know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so let me tell you some. Is there any blurb? Yeah, there is a blurb. Okay. So New York Times book review said, a great Indian novel, crisply plotted, elegant, lean, and balletic. Then The Guardian said, a masterclass in the power of leaving things unsaid. That is true. At the end, I was like, author, dear author, what did you mean? Give us something. I mean, I was feeling, I ended the book at around 11 p.m. at night, and I was like, I was feeling scared. It's not the being scared of, like, it was not about being scared of ghost or anything. No, I feel it's a bit of psychological horror or terror. Not horror maybe, but terror, a bit of it. Okay, let's talk about the book finally. So uh, from a cramped ant infested ants I told you, so ant infested house to a spacious bungalow, a family finds itself making a transition in many ways. The narrator, a sensitive young man, we all are sensitive people, the sensitive young man is numbed by the swirl around him. All he can do is flee every day to an old world cafe where he seeks solace from an oracular waiter as members of family realign their equations and desires. New strands are knotted, others come apart, and conflict brews dangerously in the background. Yes, it does brew dangerously. Oh God. Then, masterfully translated from Kannada by Srinath Kurur, Gochar Gochar is a suspenseful, playful, and ultimately menacing story about shifting consequences of success. Absolutely. Oh, by the way, this is published from Perennial, Harper Perennial, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, but this cover is something I like. Like, this is good. I have similar. I think there is a term for this kind of covers. This is a paperback, of course, but the cover itself has a name. So I have a Wuthering Heights copy of this same cover. I will talk about Wuthering Heights one day. If you want to hear about it, or if you want to give, sorry, if you want the video, just let me know. I will come and I will talk, because Wuthering Heights is, Emily Bronte did something gorgeously terrific. Yeah, it exhausts me even to say that. I love the book, by the way. Like, it's a complete 5-star. It's super. Oh God. Anyway, I know I am reacting a lot. So now let me tell you the story. So basically, we have one narrator. And he is not very old. He's probably in his 30s, or yeah, 30s. So he grew up in a very lower middle class household. Then suddenly they start a business, and then this narrator's family, they become very rich. But the center of the narrator's family is not narrator's father. It was narrator's Chikkappa. Chikkappa in Kannada, it means uncle. So narrator's uncle, his name was Venkatesh Chala something. I'm forgetting the name. So yeah, he's like Chikappa. Let's just think of him as Chikappa. Narrator has his mother and father and a sister. Then narrator gets married with Anita, and yeah, Anita is narrator's wife. So basically, we like the initial part. He was talking about the also a very important character. Oh God, he's like, you just heard the word oracular waiter. So this oracular waiter works in a cafe where the narrator visits almost every day, and his name is Vincent. So he seems to possess the power of knowing everything. Okay, so there are multiple great parts there and all. And initially when I started reading the book, it was interesting and all, but as I continued, I suddenly I will not become too personal here, but yeah, I will just give you one info that the way narrator talked about his lower middle class lifestyle or household and whatever the things that he felt, I mean, those are so relatable. And when narrator was writing about the joy, I was feeling the joy. When he was talking about the sad parts, I was feeling those. When he was talking about how their lives changed and how it's different, I may not completely relate with it, but I could still, connect the dots. It's not just it does come from the lived experience part of it, and it also comes uh, from the what should I say, from the beauty of storytelling, because the way he was writing, it is it is there, the audience, not audience, the readers can connect with it. So I think that's a big win-win for Shanbag and also Srinath Parur, because he translated this piece from Kannada. So I feel that is a very important part of this book, because it's relatable. It's like, this kind of things, even if you didn't go through this, you have seen this, you have seen your friends, you have seen your mate's daughter or son go through this, you have seen this, or at least if you have something called sympathy, and maybe not empathy but sympathy, you could just relate with it. So Shanbag wrote it that way. So of course that's a good job. I loved it. At a certain point when they were like, I think I have put a tab over there. So yeah, where is it? Yeah, so let me just as I am trying to find it, let me tell you. So initially when the Natters were there in their old household, lower middle class household, and Natter's father was the sole earning member of their family, but later I told you they started the business, and the business was actually Chikappa's idea. So Chikappa, that's why he's the center of their family. And the Natter is not that way, like he's a good person, sensitive person, but not a very uh, workaholic person per se, because the Natters Chikappa does everything. The Natters wife, the wife he marries, she's very not very radical, but she has a mindset of her own and all. And Natter has a sister who got married, but who came back to their household due to certain reasons. And Natter has a mother who always tries to protect their family, just like uh, most of the Indian mothers, I would say, at least till this generation, because we as a generation, we are changing, our priorities are changing. I am not saying that family is not important, but sometimes we let our, like, we do not really regard our opinion as the utmost important one when it comes to family. So that was the case previously, at least in the tier 3, I guess. Yeah, tier 3 cities or tier 4 cities. Maybe in tier 1, like metropolitan cities, the scenario is different, but in most of the Indian households, the mothers, you can see that actually in this book as well, that the mother, she is trying her best to keep the family intact by hook or by crook. Maybe she has to do something bad, maybe she has to do something cruel, but that is for the sake of her family. So that is very important. That's something I feel that is really important, and that we can see over here. And yeah, so that was that, as I told you. And the narrator is sensitive and good. I told you the narrator's sister is good, but again, she she's she's quite, what should I say, uh, rigid with her own ideology. She doesn't really shift from her point of views and all. And narrator's wife is okay, I mean, she's good, but yeah, she also has a very, she's a very well opinionated, yeah, is that a word, opinionated? If it is, if yes, let me know. If no, let me know. I will check it. We can check it actually. Let's check. Opinionated. Yeah, I think it is. Opinionated. Opinionated, yeah. So right. So she's a very well opinionated woman. Her name is Anita, and yeah, she will have her own conflicts and all. And yeah, these like the family circle is small. There are only few people there. But one day something would happen that would in a way shatter uh, the bond that everyone was trying to save. But yeah, and then particular events will unfold which are not the greatest events. So you will not see it coming. Like I didn't see it coming that way. I saw something bad is coming, but I didn't expect it. And the fact that it doesn't end in that way, like it's like it's a novel kind actually, not a novel that way, but yeah. So when it came the ending, I was really really shocked, honestly speaking. And other than that, I told you there will come something which will shatter or shake, not shatter but shake the base of the household, which is interesting. And about the oracular weather, so he hardly says anything in the whole novel. Like no, he doesn't hardly say anything. He does say stuff, but if you think about like 115 pages, maybe his dialogues can be noted down in 2 pages, not more than that. But whatever he says is meaningful. So like it's different, and everything is in ghachar gochar. Like ghachar gochar is a term which doesn't have a particular um, translation that way, I feel. I don't know about Kannada, but in my language, like when I heard the word ghachar gochar, I had a particular idea in my mind. That means ghachar gochar, mix up, things are here and there, like you need to put everything at its proper place again. So that is what I think about ghachar gochar. But maybe in Kannada it has a separate kind of meaning. But in this book it has a meaning which is similar to my idea, not exactly, but yeah. So I like the title, I like the cover, I like the writing style, and I like the ending. So I think that's something uh, uh, praiseworthy, and that can give this book a 4 star. So yeah, that's about Ghachar Gochar. I know I did it in a very, what should I say, book review. This book review was done in a very unorganized way, but that's okay. Sometimes we can be unorganized if we want, right? So that's it. Ghachar Gochar, and the book review is coming from Neelesk by Neelanjana. Bye bye.